Craig, do you know that some people prefer the journey to the destination?
Yes, I've heard, but that doesn't describe me at all.
Okay.
There is no doubt that on a journey, there may be nice sights to see, routes to learn, and of course, interesting monuments along the way.
That's right.
But for me, they do not compare to the satisfaction of getting to where I'm going.
Craig's sentiment is shared by some of you who live, work, or commute through the WEMPCO Road corridor, which is undergoing rehabilitation. You're eager for us to arrive at the point where the road is finished and ready for full use. Good news is, it is happening this month. I am Kate Harmony.
And I am Obafemi Craig.
First, we take the news update. Hello and welcome to the news update on Lamata Hour. Managing Director of the Lagos Metropolitan Area Transport Authority, Lamata, Dr. Dayo Mubirola, will be a keynote speaker at the upcoming Biennial World Congress of International Association of Public Transport, UITP, in Milan next June. He will be making a presentation on advancing cities' efficient authorities, making a difference, as well as joining a discussion panel on transforming and strengthening urban transportation in Lagos, Lamata's experience. The Biennial Congress is part of UITP agenda to promote the transformation of public transport around the world. According to the UITP Secretary General, Alan Floch, the Congress is coming at a time when public transport is facing unprecedented challenges, which includes ensuring the sector remains the integrator with the arrival of new mobility services, selecting the right transport modes for mega urban development projects, harnessing open data to enhance the traveler experience, and finding a new business model that will help pay for it all. The Congress is expected to offer an in-depth overview of what is happening in public transport now, from the challenges of integrating public transport into tomorrow's smart cities to building alliances with business leaders to make the case for congestion-cutting sustainable mobility projects. The Lagos Metropolitan Area Transport Authority, Lamata, has concluded the verification of market men and women to be relocated from Ayongbure Market, Ikorodu Roundabout, to a newly constructed modernized market at Oliwe Odikon, near Agric Bus Stop. The verification exercise was conducted to determine bona fide allottees of the Ayongbure Market who would be entitled to spaces at the newly constructed market. The new market, which was about 470 stores, would accommodate all the market men and women verified by Lamata. Arrangements are on to formally hand over the market to the beneficiaries and to the local government for management. And that's it on the news update. The show continues in a moment. Stay with us.
Basically, what Lamata does is to coordinate public transportation in Lagos State, and we came up with a transport master plan.
Developed together with the World Bank, the objective of this plan is finding long-lasting solutions for the problem of transportation in Lagos. Currently under its first steps of development, the plan has already proven itself a big success, dramatically increasing the connectivity in a city in continuous expansion and enjoying an unparalleled demographic and economic growth.
Our responsibility is to ensure that we provide the necessary infrastructure to meet the growth, to improve the quality of life, to improve the standard of living, and to make Lagos a vibrant and livable city in years to come.
Lamata, keeping Lagos moving. Right.
It's really good. Look at this.
Yes,
Very.
It's beautiful now, isn't it?
Yeah. You know, without argument, WEMPCO Road is one of the most important arterial roads in Lagos State.
I think I will agree with you with what I'm just saying now.
It is a major link road between Ikeja and Ogba and is home to many commercial enterprises, schools, hospitals, churches, manufacturing firms, and even residential estates, meaning that thousands of people use the road every day, 7 days a week.
Yes, and that is why the Lagos State government commenced rehabilitation work on WEMPCO Road through Lamata when sections of the road became unusable. It was expanded to a dual carriageway, increasing its capacity for more vehicles, given pedestrian, bicycle lane and walkway, and the drainage was upgraded to adequately tackle flooding. You know something, Kate? Each time I recall how the road was like many years back when it was not motorable. You have potholes all over. I begin to appreciate, not saying praising Lamata, what they have done to really give the people a befitting road at this time.
That's very correct.
And after several residents, workers and commuters had endured the necessary pains of improving the road, this now is the time to sigh with relief and jump for joy, because soon WEMPCO Road will be 100% finished and ready for use.
And the Managing Director of Lamata, Dr. Dayo Mobirola, is on site right now to inspect progress made and also to oversee what is left to be done. He's asked us to join him now on the move. So come along with us.
Before now, WEMPCO Road was not motorable. It was a single carriageway. It was filled with potholes, making driving on this road very unbearable to motorists. But today, it is a success story. Today, this same WEMPCO Road has been expanded to a dual carriageway. As you can see, it also has a bicycle lane where I'm sitting on right now, and it also has a pedestrian walkway. And under this bicycle lane, it's an underground drainage system that collects industrial waste and flood water from the mobile end of this road to Omole Gorge. And on this same WEMPCO Road, we can proudly say that we have street lights with generating sets that powered it at night. Join us on a tour of WEMPCO Road with the Managing Director of Lamata, Dr. Dayo Mobirola.
Lagos, my home. With Lamata, Lagos is changing for the best. BRT lanes, modern rail lines, pedestrian bridges, new roads, mega city, yeah. Lagos, my home. Lagos, my home. With Lamata, Lagos is changing for the best. For the best. Lamata is facilitating Lagos with less traffic, faster travel time, more productivity, even more joy.
But given this that you've seen yourself, what will be your reaction to this, sir?
Well, I would say it's a job well done. But again, it needs to be fully tested. So that's why I said I would like to come back in the mid of the rainy season to come and look at it and make sure that what we have done is actually been very effective. So far so good. The water's been flowing very well, and then it has the demarcations and the various barriers that we have put there has allowed the reduction of the force of the water, so that it doesn't rush totally into the gorge and cause flooding elsewhere. So it's been good so far.
You just said something quite interesting here, sir. You said you had to wait till the rainy season. Why must you do that?
Well, I just want to check the volume again and make sure that we have prepared or we have over-prepared, because that's the intention. We need to be over-prepared.
So to be able to see if it can really take in enough water when the flood arrives.
It's taking to the equivalent of what we want it to take now. But in designing these type of things, you need to be over-prepared so that should in case the situation goes beyond the expectation, you are fully prepared for it.
Lagos is becoming a mega city. Lagos, my home. Lagos, my home. City, yeah. Lagos, my home. Lagos, my home. Lagos is changing for the best. For the best. Lamata is facilitating Lagos with less traffic.
I realize that you've been raising some very technical issues here with the contractors. What are you trying to achieve with the issues raised technically?
Well, the purpose of a road is to create accessibility for all, right? And accessibility for all means we are providing for vehicular movement, we are providing for non-motorized transport, meaning bicycle, and also the pedestrians as well. And in doing all of this, you have to be sure that is equity evenly distributed for everybody. No one is disadvantaged against each other. And that is why I'm raising all these questions, to be sure that when the pedestrians are walking, they would not be impeded by the bicycle lane, and neither would the bicycle rider will be impeded by the vehicle road use by the car drivers. So it's all of these things that we are looking and putting together, because we are looking at integrated mobility and accessibility, and even to the extent that now I'm so glad that you will probably say yes or no, but I can tell you that somebody with a wheelchair can still walk or ride his wheelchair on the bicycle lane, on the pedestrian. So it's all of these things that is making me feel good. And that is why I'm asking these questions and probing them to ensure that they got it right.
We know that internationally your standard is the World Bank standard. Hence we talk about you building a world-class integrated transport system. Would you say this so far has met your satisfaction?
I would say so, because what we are talking about now is a shared prosperity. So meaning we are not providing accessibility for road users alone, car drivers, but now we are taking into consideration people who cannot afford to buy cars, but they can ride bicycles, and also the pedestrians, people can walk as well. So it's all those modes of modal choices that we are providing for everybody to decide whichever one they want to use. Anyone they want to use, we have the facility for it.
Mega city, yeah. Lagos my home. Lagos my home. With Mama Town. Lagos is changing for the best. For the best.
We know that at a point like this, at times like when motorists see smooth roads that is good as this, the tendency is for them to speed all the time. What is in place to ensure that this is taken into consideration in terms of limiting motorist speed on a road like this?
Well, the first thing that we have done is to ensure that we have provided a very good road, right? And then after that, the next thing that comes is the enforcement, to ensure that the road users comply with the speed limits and necessary infrastructures, i.e. where to stop, where to park. And take for example, we've also provided parking along the stretch of the road as well, so that there will be no interface between the two lanes going and people who wants to park and do whatever they want to do, i.e. businesses and all of that. However, after that, what is needed is enforcement, to ensure that all of those infrastructures that we have provided for are actually complied with. And that is where LASTMA comes into it. So we are going to get a level of agreement with LASTMA to ensure they monitor these roads and to ensure that we deliver it for the purpose is intended for. And we would definitely do that.
To your credit, no doubt, sir, we've seen that in other roads you've done, there are safety measures, signs, and all of that. Do we intend to have this in place too, like you've just said after last man, all of that?
Yes, there will be signs indicating the intersections, speed limits, parking places, and all of that. Because if the signs are not there, then what would the road users observe or comply with? So we are going to put all the signs and the safety aspect, everything would be there.
Before and now, what can you say about this road?
Yeah, before now, there used to be hold up here, constant hold up every time here, because it's one way. And the one way service We have gallop all these potholes there. But now it's a new face. Everybody can see. Yeah. Now we have is in two ways. Motor passing and the other one pass the other way and going out linked to Latif Jakondi, which is very good. And this is the face we want around and is a good governance. That this is what you want as a human being. And this is the benefit of democracy.
Really, when the first day I came here, they were walking on this road, very muddy everywhere, you know. When I now came in now, I saw that the work is almost completed. In fact, I give kudos to those that did the job. It was a good job. And for this road before that I used to come to Ogba, in fact, it's nothing to write home about. In fact, the pothole, most people will be shouting and talking and complaining about their shock absorber, mostly. And the way the road was then, compared to now, in fact, it's something to write home about.
Mega city, yeah. Lagos, my home. Lagos, my home. With Mama Town. Lagos is changing for the best. For the best. La Mata is facilitating Lagos with less traffic, faster travel time, more productivity, even more jobs. Lagos, my home. Lagos, my home. With Mama Town. Lagos is changing for the best. For the best. Modern buses, modern train coaches, a modern transport hub. Lagos is becoming a mega city.
Well, I think from my own perspective, yes, we have provided infrastructure, and we have also made infrastructure also user-friendly and also safe. And that is why we have about 140 electricity lights. And beyond that, we have also provided generators. And mostly, the idea is to ensure that the pedestrians who are walking on this pathway feel safe and enjoy walking at night. The person that is riding bicycle is riding bicycle and feel safe to ride his bicycle. And then you can see ahead that you are not disturbing, or you can see where you are going. For the road users, yes. For the car users or vehicle users, yes, the light would also help them, but they also have headlights in their vehicles. But all in all, is to make the road a very, very safe road that would ensure that accidents is minimized to the barest minimum. I use that word reduced to the barest minimum because we have the issue of people not being able to drive the way we want them to drive. So we would ensure that the infrastructure that we have provided would ensure that accident is reduced to the barest minimum. And beyond that, you also think about the environment. When you drive reasonably within 30 kilometers an hour, you'll find out that the pollution is not going to be as much as when you drive at 50 miles, 100 miles an hour. So it's all these things that will benefit the people living in this area. So they are in for a good life.
Your message then to the entire people and advice?
Well, they should make sure that they use the road for what it's being constructed for.
How this road help you now for your business?
It help our sales to move, because before we used to use 30 minutes, more than 30 minutes in this road before, but now in the next even 15 minutes I've reached where I'm going. No hold up, no anything, no any disturbance now, so everything is going on fine.
How do you now feel about the road generally? It used to be a bad road, but now it has been done. What can you say about it?
It's very nice road. It's very nice road. I like it. It's very nice.
As you have seen, it is a case of a promise made, a promise fulfilled. It's a two-way thing. The government has done its own part by ensuring that this road is made available for us to use. But then we also must play a part by ensuring that we not only comply with safety rules, but we must also comply with traffic rules and regulations. So let us all join hands to make Lagos a better place for all. I'm Obafemi Craig, thanking you for staying with us. We'll be back after this break.
We're back from an exciting tour of the almost complete WEMPCO Road. We'll go on a break now, but a short one to celebrate the future of driving on smooth roads, riding on the Blue Line Rail, and having a more convenient bus system. We still have more for you on Lamata FR. Don't go anywhere. If you think I'm very well, you feel remember as WEMPCO Road take day before. Traffic for road. Gallop for every place for that road. Now who go want use that kind of road safe? Now, the MD of Lamata, Dr. Dayo Mobirola, with him people don't follow go look the road. They come talk say, the road don't dey okay. But na small walk now it remain. Another one will remain na your hand the deal. As you dey drive for the road, make you dey careful. Make you take am suffering. Make you do as law take talk on top traffic matter.
Tí a bá rò dáadáa, rántí bí ojú ọ̀nà ọkọ̀ WEMPCO Road ṣe rí ní ìgbà kan pẹ̀lú kòtò káàkiri àti súnkẹrẹ fàkẹrẹ ọkọ̀. Ó dájú pé kò sẹ́ni tí ó fẹ́ irú ọ̀nà bẹ́ẹ̀. Ọ̀gá àgbà iléeṣẹ́ Lamata pẹ̀lú àwọn ènìyàn rẹ̀, Dókítà Dayo Mobirola, ṣe àbẹ̀wò sí ojú ọ̀nà WEMPCO Road yìí, wọ́n sì fi yé wa wípé ojú ọ̀nà yìí ti dá, ṣùgbọ́n iṣẹ́ díẹ̀ ló kù láti fi parí ẹ̀. Ohun tó wá kù wà ní ọwọ́ wa. Wọ́n ní kí a máa wọ ọkọ̀ jẹ́jẹ́, kí a sì máa ṣe ohun tí òfin sọ ní ìgbà gbogbo.
Lamata's success at keeping Lagos moving is because of your involvement in partnering with us. Here are some of your Facebook comments on WEMPCO Road. The first one is from Onyinyechi Ejikere, and she says, "Great job, fix the bus stops back." Okay. And another one from Adekunle Ogusonya Peter. He says, "World-class job. Dualization with walkway and bicycle way. Good job, Lamata." Thank you, Onyinyechi and Peter, for your comments. You too can participate by sending your questions, comments, or suggestions to any of our following contacts.
Thank you for being with us on this episode of Lamata FR. It is exciting to know that the newly upgraded WEMPCO Road opens for full use in a few weeks. But it is important we urge caution. Many drivers love to speed on a road that is smooth and sound. But again, it is a passageway and not a racetrack. Remember other road users and also think of your own life.
And if you're tempted to use the road in any way that would endanger your life or that of others, let the words of Mae West guide you. You live life only once. I am Kate Harmony.
And I am Obafemi Craig. Lamata.
Keeping Lagos moving.
Eko Akete, Lagos, my home. With Lamata, Lagos is changing for the best. BRT lanes, modern rail.